Good evening, dear Toastmasters and honored guests. It's my pleasure to welcome you, all of you, to the 327th meeting of our beloved club. Maybe many of you have questions. What are you doing here, beloved? Why you are not sitting here, not doing your job? Maybe you have questions with our amazing and fearless president, Valeria. Yes, maybe you think she finally won a lottery and escaped to Maldives or any other places. No, Valeria, our amazing president, has a mission. Valeria now, today, I think today, yes, Valeria now in the airport, and she's going to fly to Kazakhstan. So she's going to participate in international, yes, international. Yeah, she's going to participate in international speech contest. She will be our, yeah. So it will be an international contest in the district level. So it will be in the district level. So we are international club, and we have a lot of contests, not only making speech in our local clubs, and we connected to other international clubs and the districts. After the district, she will participate if she will win in how to say in English? In Poland, it will be not district, it will be division. Yes, division. Oh yes, she will in the district in Poland. Then maybe it will be. So we hope she will win and return back with the first place prize. So Valeria, our charismatic ambassadors in Kazakhstan, she will present us, and we wish her all the luck. So yeah, we have a lot of traditions, and we have a lot of opportunities in our club as an international club. If you want to know more about these opportunities, you can ask our vice president of membership. She will come sooner. But today, all about us, about our club, about our meetings. So let's stick with tradition and invite our guests to come onto the stage and introduce yourself. Share with us some goals. Why you come? Please, everyone, come to the stage. Couple of words, just introduce yourself. Yeah, please introduce yourself and share. You can introduce yourself there.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sveta. It's my first time here. I was here in Toastmasters. I will see. And I'm a little bit nervous, not a little bit, a lot of nervous. I knew it. And what about my English? I guess I've been learning English all my life.
Yes.
And I try to find some opportunities to improve and learn English, and I hope I can. I forgot all words.
Yeah.
And this opportunity can help me to improve my English and to study something new. And thank you.
Thank you very much. It was great introduction. Thank you. So before we'll start, so now it's a time to move for official part of our meetings, and please welcome our Toastmasters of today, Tatiana Padышева.
Is it right? Dear fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. My name is Tatiana, and I am your Toastmaster for this meeting. And tonight, I'm going to take you to a journey. And we don't go to the ordinary places like Hawaii or Bora Bora. I'm going to take you to Massachusetts. Yeah, and our journey will be in the best Toastmasters tradition. It's going to have some interesting facts, a little bit of history, a lot of fun and encouragement. And we travel tonight not only to different country, but also to a different century. And in Massachusetts, we will learn a story of one culinary invention. So if you are ready, buckle up and let's go. So here we are in Massachusetts, year 1930, sitting in a small room with a poor interior. And why is it that? Why we are not sitting in a luxury room? It's a Great Depression, guys. The country is in a Great Depression. The businesses are getting closed across the country. Workshops, factories, hotels, restaurants, all of them are struggling. And those who left, they all are getting closed, majority of them, but those who left do everything possible and impossible to survive. Ruth Graves Wakefield, with her husband Kenneth, moving to Whitman, Massachusetts, and they're buying a small inn and give it a name, Toll House Inn. And now I would like to invite to this stage Madam Thought of the Day, Alexandra Martinyuk. And I would love to hear a story about how brave steps can be done anytime, and especially during a crisis time. Please welcome Alexandra. Alexandra.
Next newcomer, Marina, who just arrived. I think she needs some time to prepare, so I can.
Should we invite Marina first?
Yes.
Yes,
yeah,
please, Marina, please take the stage. Please come to the stage. I'll take the role of the president, if you don't mind. Marina, please tell your name. What do you do for living, and how you found out about our club?
Hello, everyone. Great to meet you. My name is Marina. I'm chief accountant. So I want to improve my speaking skills and to get new friends. So I knew about you from my teacher. She visited some sort of clubs like yours for some years, and he said it's very useful and it will help me to improve my English and to get confidence.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Marina. Thank you. So now, Alexander, the stage is yours. Please tell us your thought of the day.
Yes, I also thank you for your attention. I've got some confidence, I hope. Well, Marina was introducing herself. Well, I'm supposed to present something meaningful, right? Something philosophical, something globally important, universal. And yes, I'm going to do exactly that, but I am going to be really specific as we are at a Toastmasters meeting. Thank you very much. I am enjoying this support and encouragement. Oh, I've never had such attention. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Right, look, we are at a Toastmasters meeting right now, enjoying it by now already. And so I am going to talk exactly about Toastmasters meetings at all, because it's on my mind for quite a while. This is such unique phenomenon, and really some principles of preparing these meetings, participating in them and arranging them are actually globally important and universal, because well, I think that with time, when you are really involved, you should become more gentle to yourself. I know you want to grasp it all. You want to be at every single meeting. At this point, please stop. Please stop and reconsider. Maybe you would love to enjoy springtime or visiting your other friends, right? Or relatives. Because if you are not gentle to yourself, what will happen is that eventually you're going to be a very involved and super active organizer of these meetings. And then you will notice that other people are actually gentle to themselves. And you will be mad that they are not saying yes to your every proposal. You will be so irritated at times that, well, how come you can't appreciate this amazing opportunity to be together, to develop yourselves, right? But I think finding an appropriate balance of being gentle to yourself and to others will just keep us being together longer and longer. And by being gentle, we will last as being Toastmasters forever. That's my modest thought.
Thank you very much, Alexandra. That was quite an encouraging presentation. Thank you. And is it right? Why do I see so many sad and even bitter faces here? The answer is still the same. We are in a great depression. The country goes through financial crisis, extremely high unemployment rate, and even a hunger. But because of a numerous of wise and timely made decisions, the country achieved approach to a turning point rather quick. So by the end of the beginning of Second World War, which is officially considered the beginning of the end of the Great Depression, national gross product has only almost doubled and unemployment rate significantly decreased. And now I would like to invite to the stage our Mr. Timer to explain the importance of decisions timely made, as well as time signals.
Right. Okay, guys, time is very important. And you know, to reflect that and to respect that, old Greece people, they use three terms to describe time. Not one as we know, but three terms. So the first term was chronos. Do you have any idea who is that? And what it means? No, that's another. Good try, but it's another. No, it's actually the person. Chronos is the person, the god actually, who serves the time and actually means that the time flies and cannot move back. So the time goes away. That's the symbol of Chronos. The other term was the cycles. So I think you can guess actually what it means, right? Cycles. Is that, yes, that everything or most of the things in our life, they follow the cyclical term. So they come back and so on. And the third one was the Kairos. Kairos. Yes. And do you have any idea? Yes. Oh, you're so smart. Oh. I expected that, but yeah, so that's how you actually transform the time into something which is very valuable. And actually, I thought that this can be applied to our meetings, right? Because Chronos is a general rule. Time passes, it starts the meeting, it finishes. We can do nothing about that. Cycles, the meetings, they goes every 2 weeks. So it's cyclical, right? And can you? Yeah. And what we get out of that, how we use this time, this is the Kairos actually. And so I'm going to serve today the god of Chronos. And I'm going to do that with not very divine devices, but still. So I'm going to show you 3 cards. Yellow, yellow is easy, right? Yellow, green, and red, yes. So for each speech today, you have the time limit. For example, for the presentation of minor roles is between 1 and 2 minutes. For the speeches, at 5 and 7, and for table topics is between 2 and 3. Yeah, 1 and 2. Thank you. You're so smart. Thank you. So if you within the time limits, you cross the minimum time, I will show you the what's the green card. Yeah. If 30 seconds to the end, I will show you the yellow. And if you reach the time limit, I will show you the red. That actually means that you have 30 seconds to finish your speech. And of course, in the end of the speech, of the meeting, I will present my report. So, thank you.
You'll be hoping to back soon again. So let's back to Massachusetts, guys. That Toll House Inn, opened by Ruth and her husband, had a small restaurant which served traditional American cuisine. And Ruth was a head chef, and she was famous for creative recipes and attention to details. And you know that to be attentive to details is an essential skill to catch small and big mistakes. And now I would like to hear more explanation about that wonderful skill from our beautiful accountant, Samira Dozdar. Please welcome Samira. Is it right?
Today, as your counter, I will be on the lookout for those little tiny ingredients that sneak into our speeches, our filler words. Words like but, are unexpected spices that can sometimes spoil the flavor of a good story. Just like in a recipe, where the right balance of ingredients make a dish memorable, the way we speak shapes how our message is received. Too many fillers. It's like adding too much salt. You lose the taste and the harmony of the dish or your speech. As we cook up stories full of twists and hidden ingredients, I'll be testing your speeches for filler words that make your message harder to digest. So don't throw in ingredients that do not match. Keep your speech flavorful. At the end, I will share my report so you can see how well you avoided those speech spoilers and kept your stories delicious for your audience. Let's cook up some legendary speeches today without any filler words. Thank you.
Thank you very much for a great presentation, Samira. Toll House Inn, run by Ruth, became more and more popular. people came across the state to that place to try delicious food and ask Ruth for the recipes. And her daughter and her assistant later remembered that Ruth actually was very neat and very well organized person. She always kept her kitchen clean and had all of her ingredients handy so she can use them all the time. She always had her ingredients ready, except for that one day in 1938 when she was baking her specialty. That was butterscotch cookies. And when she was baking it, she realized that she ran out of pecan nuts. And she used another ingredient to substitute that one which was missing. And now I would like to invite to the stage Mila Alexeyeva, our grammarian. And now we will find out about she's the word master of the day as well. Have you prepared the word of the day? The word of the day. Okay. So now we will learn how to substitute the words and the capability of words to substitute each other, and how ingredients of conversational ingredients can be used at any time. Please welcome Mila.
Frankly speaking, I'm a bit of a scatterbrain, so sometimes when I start listening to somebody, I get carried away easily. But today I'm your grammarian, so I'll be meticulously looking at what you're doing, listening hard to what you're saying. And if you made a mistake, be careful, because I won't let it slide. I will put you in my report. And the word of the day, well, frankly speaking, I've been flabbergasted when I found out how many cool words there are in the world, but I had to pick just one. And this one is quaint. Quaint is something that is both pretty and weird. So we've been to a quaint little town on Friday. For my friends, they decorated their home with quaint furniture from the 18th century. So this is your word. I'll be counting how many times you've used it in your speech. Sure. Where do I spell it? Letters. Okay. Q-U-A-I-N-T. Q-U-A-I-N-T. Just 1 second. Quaint. I hope I'm not dyslexic, so I hope it's correct. So I have to wrap up. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much, Mila. Thank you for a great presentation. The word of the day is quaint. To remind you guys. So, guys, we are almost at the end of my Massachusetts story. If you have guessed what the culinary invention was made in Massachusetts in 1938, just keep it. Don't tell it yet, because we have another quiz to be offered to you by our quiz master. And it is Daniil Pazlakov. Please welcome.
I know you waited for that, right?
Yes.
That's why you're here, right? Yeah, actually, guys, I'm taking this role with excitement and I'm really frightened, actually. I'm excited because I'm going to ask a question, going to have a lot of fun, but I'm frightened. And you might ask why, actually, because this is the fourth time I'm taking this role. Fourth time. I'm trying to take this role, actually, because it was canceled many times. And the problem is that each time I buy all these candies. Each time. No. And each time I buy around 15 candies, and when it's canceled, I have to eat it. So guys, I really did it. So please, let's have this session today. The rules are really simple. In the end, I will have some questions for you, and who give the right answer, give the candy. That's it. Good luck to you. Thank you.
That looks promising. Okay, guys. Now it's time to become more serious because we just approached to the main part of the meeting, prepared speeches. And I'm more than happy to announce our first speaker, Olga Antashkevich, with her speech, The Middle Crisis. The Middle Crisis, Olga Antashkevich.
Oh, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, dear guest. Oh, middle crisis, yes. This is first crisis, this week. But it's okay, thank you. Actually, I want to share one story. A couple of weeks ago, it was a regular meetings with my colleagues, and one of my colleagues approached me and said, "Oh, Olga, you know, I'm so sad. I'm depressed. I have zero energy. It's not so great. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to do anything. And both at work and at home. Have you ever had this also?" And I said, "Oh, my dears, I've had. Actually, I feel this state every time until now too." And I share with him different story that actually also a couple weeks ago, I spoke with my friends, and actually not spoke. I complained of my life and something was happened in my life, and said to him, "Oh, it's so not so great. I don't know what to do. I need to do something different. I need to change something in my life." Kind of this one. And he told me, "Oh, it's okay. I've been in this mood also, and this is it's just midlife crisis, and this is normal for us." And when I told this story to my colleague, he told me, "Oh, you feel the same? Oh, I feel not so empty now and feel free, and it's okay. It's great." And actually, middle life crisis, what does it mean? What is this? Do you know that, but actually maybe, do you know in what time and at what age it started? It can be started? What do you think? Okay. 30, yeah. 12, yes. Actually, in psychology, we have a different crisis during our life, but the midlife crisis, like I thought, and that I know that it's near 40. But now, actually now, it started and can be started from 30 till, do you know? 60. True. Yes, it's fact. Yes, 60 till 60. And it's almost, yes, it's almost whole life until Alzheimer hits you, almost. But it's a great news that it depends on you. It can be maybe I don't know. It can be 1 week, a couple days, maybe a couple months, or a couple years. And yes, yes, it's different, and it depends on really different and really many signs and really many something I forgot. And what do you know what we need to do at first to how to work with it, with this crisis, and how to get a new, I don't know, a new stage, a new life, not be in life, be in this crisis every time. The first should accept it. Thank you. Yes, and Samira. Oh, it can be. Yes, it can help too. It's great. Okay, guys, take a notes. I'll tell you what to do. Yes. First, and Vlad, thank you. We need to admit it. And this is a first step to solving any problem, to understanding that something happened with us, and to, how to say, just accept it. Oh, it's okay. It's normal things. Do you remember that I told you one story about my colleagues, and when I share with them that it's okay, he told me, oh, okay, if I feel this one and you, this is okay. It's like admit it and accept it. But actually, I remembered maybe we are laughing now, and I understand this. But maybe if you think it's just about me or just about, I don't know, someone, it's not about us, you can remember some jokes, how we can see this middle life crisis in our life or life our friends. It's one joke that men can buy motorcycles, yes, and the woman can buy high heels and dancing FO. Oh, and yeah, but it can be too. Okay. Yes, true, both. Yes, it's both. Actually, it's like it sounds like a joke, but I not just heard such stories, but I know different families. For example, my friend, she divorced with her husband because he bought motorcycle. Yes, it's true, but actually, it wasn't their last money. For them, it was okay. It's like just a dinner, and that is why it's okay. But for her, it was something different, and she cannot to admit it and cannot understand that it's just middle life crisis, and this is okay. Do you remember the first step? It's admit it, accept it. The second, reassessment of value. What important for you? What really important now, and what can bring enjoy, satisfaction to your life. That is why rediscovering of yourself. That is why you can buy a motorcycle. I don't know, dating a new guy, young or not, date a new girl. I don't know. It's also depends on you. Try something new, try something different, and it can help you to understand and actually, of course, set a goals. And if it's not happened with you, it's be great if you also can be warm with people who after 30. Thank you so much. Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Now I need to think what to do first, buy motorcycle or find a young boyfriend. Okay, so now I'm happy to invite to this stage our second speaker, Mila Alexeyeva, with her speech, Fooling the World, the Power of First Impression. The power of first impression, Mila Alexeyeva.
Well, thank you. I would like to apologize to you before I only found out that I was going to step in today, yesterday, and I didn't have enough time, so I'll be referring to my notes quite a lot, so more than I would like to. And here's another one. Well, I got this news yesterday that I was going to step in today, and nobody navigated me on what I'm going to do. So I just figured it out myself, and I didn't prepare. I'll be improvising. So these are two very similar excuses, but they are very different in their nature. The first one actually gives us a brief explanation without over apologizing, without blaming others, and it focuses on solving the problem. And it gives the appearance of a person who is positive, responsible, and humble. And the second one focuses more on blaming others and standing out. And this one allows this person to come across as self-centered, and it doesn't make a good impression on people. So our words play a really big role in how we're perceived by people. And words are mirrors that reflect on how we're perceived, even when people don't get to know us really well. Because appearance are also very important, but appearance might fade, and the way you present things, it lasts, it stays. Oh, well, by the way, where's my presentation? A tiny little detail, as I was going to refer to it. Well, there are some good examples of what you might say when you get in a new setting to present yourself, to come across as a nice person. The second slide, please. Okay, anyways, if you say that, for example, I'm really glad to meet new people because I think that everybody has something unique to them. And I like to go to new places because I think that it allows me to grow and connect with new people. And I prefer asking questions because I'm really interested in other people's perspectives. And to wrap it up, I might say that there's so much you can learn just from a little conversation. And if we go to the third slide, we will see some bad examples. They are arrogant in their nature. And the first one would be, this place isn't as good as the ones that I usually attend. And I don't really care what other people think of me. I'm just the way I am, and I just say what I want. And well, mostly people don't understand me because they are not on the same level. And I don't have time for small talks, so please get to the gist. If first impressions were an Olympic sport, then Elizabeth Holmes would have gotten gold. Because at the age of 19, she dropped out of Stanford, and she started her company, and she claimed that she invented a machine that could run multiple tests on just one drop of blood. And she managed to convince everybody around. And she secured over $700 million in funding, and she had some former US secretaries of state on her board, and her company was once valued at $9 billion. And she was very successful. There was only one problem: the technology didn't work. So it was until much later than this thing came out, and she gets sentenced for 11 years for fraud. But what made her so convincing? What made her look so trustworthy? First of all, she her own brand. She wore black turtlenecks like Steve Jobs. She spoke in a low, deep voice that made her sound more authoritative. And she also kept eye contact. So she made other people feel like she has nothing to hide and that other people can't hide anything from her. She can look for them. And so she was good at some tips and tricks, but not all of them were ethical. And I made research myself. By the way, I was going to say, next slide, please, that she fooled everybody, even newspapers, first newspapers, headliners were happy to put her face on their cover. And so next slide, I made a little research and I collected some ethical factors and boiled them down to just 4 main ones. And they are arranged in the way they come into play. And the first one is good appearances. It's what people look at first. And it's not the key factor, and it might fade away if nothing else is working here. So the second one is, and by the way, looking tidy and dressing appropriately for an occasion, it signals respect and self-awareness. As for the second factor, self-respect, if you carry yourself with self-assurance, make eye contact, speak clearly without trying to dominate the discussion or manipulate somebody artificially, it might land really good. The next one, respecting others, courtesy and awareness of others' needs, of others' time, space, really. It really impresses everybody. And the next one is content. Someone who might be attractive and polite, but somebody might be attractive and polite, but if they, everything what they say is blunt and it doesn't contain any information, the first impression will just fade away and it'll be it. So what can we learn? First impressions are powerful, but it's not, they're not a license to manipulate. So sincerity beats charisma in the long run, beats all the tricks and tips in the long run. And being sincere means that you respect others as much as you respect yourself. So let's choose honesty over hype, effort over excuses, and respect over pretending. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mila. I agree that first impression is very, very important. Okay, guys, it's almost time for break now. Almost. We are almost there. The break will be 10 minutes, but before we go on break, let me ask you, who knows what was invented in Massachusetts in 1938? Any ideas? Very close. No, that was a culinary invention. I mentioned that. Quizmaster, take a note. Okay, for those of you who don't know, I have an answer right here. This is chocolate chip cookies, which you can enjoy, more than welcome to enjoy during our 10 minutes break. Please help yourself. 10 minutes break, guys. 10 minutes. One white color. One color. Dear fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. Do you know anyone who can produce 100,000 ideas in a minute? I didn't know anyone either. I mean, a live person. I didn't know anyone either until I contacted one young and beautiful girl and asked her for idea for the upcoming meeting because I really liked her previous presentation how she was hosting the meeting. And that very moment turned my perception of productiveness upside down. I received so many fresh and interesting ideas that I started creating my own. And I took that energy and open heart and applied to my, let's call it wisdom. And here we're eating or not eating chocolate chips cookies in Massachusetts. And I guess you know who I'm talking about. Just in case you don't, right? It's Vasilisa Belarusova, our table topic master. Please welcome Vasilisa. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the day. So, you've seen several people on stage. I think, okay, I thought they would hear me, but never mind. Okay, so you've seen several people on stage. Do you know what time it is? It's time for you to speak yourselves. And for that, there are several rules. First, you will look at our timer, Danya, who will show you a green card at 1 minute, a yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and a red card at 2 minutes when you have to get off the stage. I will ask you questions, and your main idea is to talk for at least 1 minute about that question. With that, I would like the first person to be an example, and I will ask Danya to come on stage. I'm sure you'll be handling. Tell us about your first cooking experience. Yes.
First cooking experience.
And you have 30 seconds to think if you would like. Oh, sorry.
And who was the person who was talking about the two old people and having an Alzheimer or something like that? I think I passed already the mid-year crisis and I'm already a happy person. Because I don't remember that was the first time that I cooked something, right? Okay, so, but I guess actually it was, I suppose, I assume that. Then I moved from my hometown to the Moscow because I entered the university. And of course, I had to live in the dorm, right? And in the dorm, there's no mom. So you have to cook yourself. And I guess that my mom, I guess, teach me something to cook, at least some dumplings, that's called, right? Or
Yes.
yeah.
Right.
Fried eggs, of course, and the spaghetti, of course, yeah. And I guess the rice was the most difficult part, yeah. And do you count if you just warm up something from the? Yeah. But I almost did it, right? You need to set up the time, something like that. Okay, you did it. So I guess that was exactly the time when I first cooked. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I will accept a volunteer. Of course, Yuri, come on stage. Your question is, tell us about your last cooking disaster.
Okay. Okay. You see, nothing special, nothing especially interesting. It was the 1000th time I was cooking cereals, boiled cereals, some milk, some cereals, some, what better to say, porridge. So put some porridge into the boiling milk and mix. So someone called at the time as I was cooking cereals. Someone called. It was quite an important call. So nothing actually funny. And I've wasted the time, the right time. I should put out the gas. So, and my cereals burnt. So nothing original, nothing actually funny. Probably it's not my day today. I have to reveal you my failure, my cooking failure. So I had to cook porridge, cook boiled cereals, oat cereals again. So my advice, a piece of advice. Okay, when you cook, don't accept any calls. Thanks.
I actually had a similar experience of burning porridge. Maybe we're cooking the same one. Another volunteer, Sasha, of course.
Yeah, I'm a good cook. Yeah, it's just for you to know in advance. I guess I wasn't cooking too.
By the way, yes, tell us about your last cooking exam.
Exam?
That's correct.
No, I can give you an example what I just ate before coming here. Yeah, it was, I pass exams every day. No, I mean, your exam is your everyday cooking. Yes, not to be hypocrites, you really need to cook for your family, for yourself. Yeah, you need to know your stuff. So I cooked. My principle in cooking is cooking fast and eating fast, what you just cooked. That's in the perfect world. You should not overcook anything. So today I just boiled fresh broccoli. Can you imagine? So it just took me 5 minutes, I think. Boiling water, a bit of salt, fresh, really fresh, like green. You can eat it raw, basically. Broccoli, you just cut pieces, yeah. Stir everything, and you're done. Maybe a little sprinkle of olive oil. And also I fried, they're called royal champignons. Royal. That's the best hint for you, because ordinary champignons, they're just dull, white, and royal, they're very brown, very, hard. Yeah, and yes, I think it was a delicious and beautiful meal, broccoli and these fried champignons on top. So if anything, you can invite me to be your cookmate. I'm referring to boys. Yeah.
1 second, I want to ask once again an experienced speaker. I want you to select by the example, and then I'll ask newcomers. Okay. Fine. Well, newcomer, you've been chosen. You're the bravest one, so that's why we're asking you.
Okay.
Hold the microphone. The question. Your apartment was chosen to be the hangout of your friends. What will you cook? How will you prepare? And why?
Actually, I don't like to cook, but I have to because I have family and I do it almost 20 years. Yeah, and my best dishes is French fries because it's my favorite. And my favorite and my first dishes. And it's very fast and delicious, as for me. What else? I can cook the meat, the big piece of meat, and a lot of spices. And it's I forget how to cook it in English, but I know how to do it in Russian. It's prepared in over, yeah, and it takes about 1 hour. It's very clear because it was in some package. And all my friends, all my guests say that it's very delicious. And every time in every holiday, I cooked it. Thank you.
It's nice to have a dish that you're the master of. Girls? Are you sure? Okay, Ola, it's your time to shine. Okay, you can prepare. Ola, you can afterwards. I will ask.
Okay.
Prepare. You're going to be next.
Okay. Can
If
I
you-
see?
No.
Because I'm okay.
If you had to go to culinary school.
Which
Well,
school?
Culinary. For
I don't
cooking
know.
school.
Culinary? What
Yes.
does it mean, culinary?
Okay, cool. Yes.
Okay. For me, cooking.
For what dish would you go to study? What dish would you like to study?
What do you like? What do you like? Okay. Can you see the question?
What dish would you like to learn to cook?
Thank you, guys, for your help, for being so supportive. Now, okay, actually about cooking school, I think maybe I prefer not cooking school, but gardening school. And not to do something maybe to, I don't know, to cook something, to know how to. Actually, I can see some video on YouTube about cooking, and I was in different master class about how to cook lasagna and different delicious food. But actually, it's for me, it's for one time, because you just try to do something and cook sometimes at home, and that's all. And maybe it's not so great. But actually, if we say about gardening, I think it's best idea, because I think I need to buy something to grow on my balcony actually, and I think about it. Yes, it's not a new boyfriend, young, but I think it's a great idea. That's all.
Thank you. Never have I thought that there was a gardening school, to be honest. But interesting, thank you. Girls?
No, maybe next time.
Next time, okay, one more speaker. Sasha? Great. What is one meal that you cook together with your family for family time?
Maybe friends time.
No, that is actually a very good question. First of all, because pretty much everybody in my family loves to cook, especially my dad. And to be honest, when we were little, my mom was the one who was cooking all the time, and my dad never did it because he was never at home. He was in the military and constantly somewhere. But at some point, when all the kids left home and my mom and my dad pretty much stayed alone, something shifted. And my dad started to cook. Now it is pretty much impossible to do everything or anything because he kind of asks us to leave the kitchen. However, there is one thing that he would allow me to watch, not really do, but to watch. It's bread. My dad bakes amazing bread. And usually what he does, he prepares not even the dough, but you know, when you take the yeast and you mix it with water and so on and so forth, and then you take some flour. So a day before, he mixes this thing and something else. And then he walks to us, to me, mom, to anybody, whatever's looking, and like, smell it, watch it, look at that. The next day, all this thing grows. You know what he does? Exactly. Smell it, look at it, watch it. And of course, in the end, after he finished, he baked it, he shows it to us, but he doesn't even have to show it because you can smell the smell probably if you leave the house. So probably the whole street can smell it. And of course, then he shares the breads with us. And usually when I leave home and go back to Moscow, I take the whole loaf with me. So he makes sure to prepare one for me. And of course, there are some other dishes that we do together, but like this one is the best. Thank you.
I hope that has inspired you because there's one or two more people who will be able to speak. I hope you catch my gaze. Okay, Arthur, that's you. You were nominated by the team. Ask your sisters why. Do you prefer cooking or dining out?
Once again, please.
Do you prefer to cook or to dine out in a restaurant?
Huh.
And elaborate.
It's a tough question. Really, it's a very tough question, but not for me. I will tell you why. I love to be cooked. I mean, I don't know it's the proper English. I don't like to be cooked, but I like someone cooking for me. Okay? I love something if someone is cooking for me. I really enjoy it. And sometimes I really enjoy to be cooked, but in another sense. But nevertheless, and the second part of your question was if I love to go out, right? To eat out. I do love to eat out. But if I don't have to pay, it's the best situation that you can experience going to a restaurant, sitting down, enjoy the best Italian food, tagliatelle, white wine, bruschetta, enjoying the ambiente. And then someone is pulling his or her credit card. I will take care. Yes. 50 euros or $50 in my pocket, still there. Awesome. The day is great. But to be honest with you, I love to be amongst with my family, amongst my lovely members, to enjoy the meal at home, because the atmosphere that I experience within my lovely ones is something special. It's magical. And what I would suggest you is the next day, or maybe this weekend, to take your friends, your family, not out, but into the kitchen and cook together and enjoy the meal.
Fiery? Yeah. Firm handshake. So, is there any last person who's ready to take on the challenge? Yes. Of course. Have I forced anybody to not? Okay.
I love pancakes, and I can't stop eat them. So while struggling with extra weight, I decided to replace some main ingredient in my recipe, and I decided to change wet flour for useful sorts of flour. So I made pastry, and I phoned my best friend and started to tell her that I'm genius. I will eat pancakes without any harm for my weight. So whilst telling her this, I put pastry on pan, and I realized that I couldn't rise it. It's just on slipped on pan, and I even can't scramble it. So once I saw one recipe why people in Finland make their pancakes. They made pastry and put all this pastry in some stuff for baking and put it in the oven. So I decided to put this pastry to the oven and to do some kind of Finland pancake. Nothing was right, but I baked some strange plast of pastry. When my kids asked me, Mom, what are you cooking? And I said them that it's for roll, and we can put, and I offered them to create some filling, to put it in the pastry and to do the roll. And when I came and I left it and go to work, when I returned, I saw nothing. And I asked, yes, I thought they threw it away, but I asked, where is it? And they said, we just ate it.
Didn't catch your name. Didn't catch your name.
Marina.
Marina, thank you. Thank you for your bravery. With that, Marina. Yes. With that, I invite our Toastmaster of the day. And that's the end of the table topic session, yes. And please don't forget to vote.
Do you guys know how to vote? Please use QR codes on agenda, scan it, and you will find the list of the participants in table topic session, and choose one. Yes. And one phone can be used a few times for the voting, so you can offer your phone for to your neighbors. Нет, не надо заново сканировать. Are we done? And to finalize my presentation, I have to finish that chocolate chip story. It wouldn't be full if I didn't mention that that secret ingredient Ruth used for her butterscotch cookies was Nestle bars. And finally, when the recipe became world famous worldwide, she sold it to Nestle company, you know, for how much? For $1. But in exchange of a lifetime supply of a chocolate. That still seems to be like a strange deal for me, but that definitely adds some spices to the story. And now I would like to invite to the stage our Mr. General Evaluator, Arthur Beimler, and I would love to know how our meeting looks like.
Thank you very much, Tatiana. Give me a second. Dear Toastmasters, esteemed guests, what a lovely meeting in this quaint location. Our speakers are hugely before us, and now the time has come to evaluate those speeches. And I would like to invite on this stage the evaluator of the first speech, Alexander Uzyanov.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, who will say what kind of speeches we appreciate the most? And educative, we appreciate the most the speeches that give us some piece of advice, some useful information, and for example, how to survive middle-age crisis. This is the kind of speech Olga has just delivered, and I appreciate the way how Olga delivered that speech. Eye contact, voice modulation, use of stage, gestures, all these aspects were on high level. I appreciate the fact how well you were connected with the audience. You addressed every eye through your eye contact, every person. You decreased the distance between you and audience through your gestures and usage of stage, and your movement seemed fluid and helped us to visualize. And also voice modulation, you added some stories, personal stories, some dialogues with your quaint colleague, if you let me quaint colleagues, and also it was clearly visible that it's a colleague who speaks and you. Voice modulation was great, and also I liked the interaction with the audience, some questions and piece of advice. So we can buy a motorcycle or high heels for the girls and accept this middle-age crisis. And so your delivery was so dynamic that I lost the conclusion. So every speech we can make better. Every better speech we can make even better. I think if you added some pauses, the conclusion could have been more impactful. Because I only heard about be so kind to those who are over 30, and that's all. But maybe some, I would like to add maybe your personal story to the conclusion, how your colleague became a happy man or happy woman after your advice. It would be great to make it like this. So to summarize, great speech, full of advice and technique on high level, and please work on structure for the next speech and add pauses. And I believe after your speech, I do not need a motorcycle to escape from middle-age crisis. Thank you.
Can I have mic?
Yes.
the evaluator. Olga, as you see, Alexandra took it very personally. Our next evaluator is ready, and her name is Alexandra Fedorenko. Welcome her.
Dear Toastmasters and guests, I have to apologize first because I learned that I need to evaluate Mila not that long ago. So I will be referring to my notes today. What kind of first impression do you have? Do I look confident? No. Do I look like I know what I'm going to talk about? Not really. So why I'm saying that, Mila, first of all, thank you very much for your speech, is that first impressions matter. And Mila decided to speak about that, first impressions exactly. Let me quickly remind you of a purpose of the speech. Writing a speech with purpose. Design and write a speech with meaningful content. And this, Mila, you did amazingly well, because I saw that you did even write your speech, something that I'm not good at, and it did have a very meaningful content. However, when you prepare your speech and when you start presenting it, and if you want to give an amazing example of a bad first impression, and this is, I believe, what you tried to do in the very beginning, I would recommend you to actually start it slightly differently. Or at least, after you do this bad impression, step aside and become your true self. I've seen Mila before. This is not what she is. She's a very confident speaker, very powerful speaker. So it would be very good if she would do that, I apologize, and then I apologize again, and then make a point, give a statement. You know what, guys, this is how you're not supposed to do. And then you can become yourself. It doesn't matter if you use the notes. Nobody will ever notice if you don't show them that. So one thing that I want to tell you and to take with you, never apologize. Nobody knows how it is supposed to be. The second thing, the presentation. First of all, great presentation. Very clear, nice slides, not that much that is, not meant to be over there. However, when you prepare a presentation, remember about several things. When you have so much text, either read it all, like all of it, so that we would follow, or get rid of the text and leave just a couple of words. Because what happens, when you see the slides and all the sentences, you're saying something very meaningful, but everybody else is reading and nobody is listening to the speaker. Do you remember what she was speaking about at that time? There was some reading, however, not all of it, because I remember it in the second one, the bad one. You read the first one and then you skipped to the third one. The second one was not read. And this is when my mind just got stuck. One of the things that I highly recommend, or just get rid of it. The slide about Theranos was perfect. One word, a picture, and then lots of description. So kudos for that one. And I definitely loved the very last one with the advice that you were pronouncing, that everybody could see. Make some notes if needed, and also the speaker was giving some explanations. So all in all, it was a great speech. The purpose, all done well. I can say that you can move on to the next project, and just next time, try to provide the first impression from the very beginning, or at least joke a little bit, but then become your true self. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Alexandra. And now we are following the agenda, correct? And I'm looking to our experts, and especially for our A counter, who is Samira.
Dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, listening to everyone today felt like enjoying a well-prepared meal. I want to give a quick shout out to those who managed to keep their speeches mostly free of filler words. You made your message easy to follow and enjoyable. Now, like any cook might notice little things that can change a dish. I caught a few ingredients popping up here and there. Words like air showed up most often, with are appearing more than 10 times. These little words are natural, but too many can water down the impact of what you are saying. I also noticed that these filler words tended to appear mostly at the start of sentences or during transitions, those moments when you are shifting from one idea to another. A simple trick is to pause for a second instead of filling that space. Sometimes a pause can act like their perfect seasoning. Overall, you did very well today. Thanks for sharing your stories and for letting me to taste them.
Thank you very much, Samira. And our next expert is Mila.
Well, as for the word of today, I only heard it twice. Arthur said quaint place, and Sash said quaint colleague. Yes. So you're sharing the first and only place today. And as for grammar, well, I've noticed that Daniel said that he buys 50 candies and he eats them all. Well, usually the classic way to say is you eat sweets or you eat 15 pieces of candy, so we don't count them, only in colloquial English. And Ola said kind of this one instead of etc. It would be more natural in this setting. And you also said it can be a month, and you could replace it with it can last for a month, just for a change. And there were some slips of the tongue. I heard a few times that people said take a notes and set a goals instead of take notes, set goals. And I also, I also noticed that somebody said, if we say about gardening, if we talk about gardening, would be more natural here. I like the way people used conditional statements multiple times. It was Tanya who said, it wouldn't be full if I didn't mention something right now. And the other time it was Sasha who said, if you had added it, would be better. So it would have been better, I'm sorry. So both sentences were correct as I heard them. And I liked the way Tanya said, buckle up. And Sasha said a sprinkle of something when she was talking about cooking. And I like the way Sasha said, like her dad shared breads with her, because breads can be countable in certain cases. So it's advanced grammar. So thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yes, sure.
Thank you, Mila. And now I would like to invite Daniil on the stage.
Very dangerous thing, you know. Okay, first of all, I supposed to start it on time today because I was late actually. So the timer started very, very bad today. His job, he was late. Overall, this is actually the first time I remember that we finish not like on time but actually seems like before. Yeah, ahead of the time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ahead of the time. Right. So this is kind of strange for this club, I would say. If we break into the pieces, so we find actually that almost every speaker was within the time limits, but of course with some exceptions. So the two prepared speeches were a bit longer than supposed to be. Oля talked for 7 minutes, 50 seconds, and Mila, it took you 8 minutes, 14 seconds. So if I'm a strict timer, you would be disqualified.
No, because I asked you about my speech for 10 minutes, but you didn't accept it.
No, it's not working like that. Okay, you're not disqualified. Okay, good. All the table topic speakers were actually good except for Marina, but I guess it's good because Sasha told, okay, go and speak on every topic you like. I guess the same applies to the timing. So wherever how long you want any topic, do it. So 2 minutes, 35 seconds, but that's right. Yes, and actually Sasha did that trick when she was given the evaluation feedback. Instead of 3 minutes, 4 minutes, but rules does not accept for Sasha. Okay, and the reports all good. So my congratulations to you.
Oh, actually, you can stay here. We want some cookies. Cookies, 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 cookies.
Who's gonna help me today? Yeah. Okay, guys, so we have a tradition, right? So we all should start today with the words, I just learned that I have to do this, perform this role. That's why I'm gonna check my notes and I'm not prepared. But I found a way around that. So it would be a very simple question. So you don't need to raise your hand, just shout from the space because questions will be very, very, very simple. Okay, so let's start. Who is the VP of this club? Okay. Is he a good VP? Two cookies. How many roles did Daniel have today? No. And yes, to Sasha, to Sasha. Is he a hardworking person? Yes. Very hardworking person, right? How many Swiss does Daniel buy each time for the role? 15, right? To her and to her. To Mila and to Sasha. According to the timer, how many words does Greek use to describe the time? 3, right? Okay, goes there. So which god does the timer serve? Yes, right. Okay, according to the timer, who was out of the time today? Yes, yes, and to Sasha. Yes. Okay. Who is wearing the best T-shirt today with the cook print? Yes. Right. Okay. What was the question the timer answered today during the tabletop session? Yes. Right. Do we have any more? Okay. The question to everyone except Vasilisa. What is the best club in the table topics? Yes, and you're disqualified. And who is the best VP then? Give it to the. And what do we have? What do we usually have after the meeting? Okay, give it to. And who's and who's going? Take it. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
I suppose the trade is over, right? Well, I think Valeria left us, so I left. And I, as a general evaluator, I will report you on. It's for recording. Oh, it's for recording. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the remark. And I will be evaluating the roles which haven't been evaluated yet, and I will start with Bulat. You have represented today the club. You introduced Toastmasters, our club, and you did it pretty confident. I felt a little bit you are too responsible, but you can relax. Be as you are, and it was great. Toastmaster of the day, Tatiana, you were very caring. You were energetic, smiling. You welcomed the guests and Toastmasters members warm-heartedly. And what I like the most is that you have prepared the Massachusetts theme. You prepared a story, you used an requisite, a kitchenette, and it made it more authentic for this meeting. Thank you for that. Alexandra, thought of the day. Damn, you're so energetic. Can I say that? You're so energetic, and I want to be gentle with you and suggest, or I might challenge you on making some breaks, pauses. Booza, try to, yeah, you know that? Booza? No? Bad boys? No? Okay. Timer, our timer, Daniil, you use time and space. I'm pretty sure you are very comfortable on this stage because you use it. You move very confidently here. And what I felt is that you are, as I said, very confident and your voice is very strong and it's easy to follow you. What I think you can think about is about, yes, what you can think about is showing the cards more boldly before the speakers, because I felt sometimes that the speakers haven't seen the cards, and maybe that's the reason, because
it's a rule. You can.
Show me the rules. Show me the rule. You have to right to put it high. Definitely. So I'm the general. Thank you very much. Our A counter. I would like to ask for silence. Thank you very much. A counter, Samira. Samira, you are well prepared every time. I experienced you. It's the second time I experienced you. You're well prepared. You are, well, it's not well prepared. It's meticulously prepared. What I might challenge you on is to use your voice, add more value, and use more emotions, because sometimes it seems like a bit robotic. Word of the day and grammarian of the day, Mila, you had a double role. I think threatening people is your thing, your thing, right? But nevertheless, you have a very good sense of humor. I liked it. Word of the day was, from my perspective, a bit complicated because I think it haven't been used yet, or once, twice. But what I like the most is that you used an example, how to use that word, because it's very important. When sometimes people come and stay here, propose a word, they are not bringing an example. You did it. Thank you for that. Table topic master, Vasilisa. Well-structured, well-chosen questions. And what you did very well is that you first ask an experienced Toastmaster to come on the stage to show the guests how it works. Kudos. And that's it. Over to Ulat.
Thank you very much, Artur. Thank you very much for everyone. It was fantastic evening. You know why? Because your contribution, your participation, a lot of fun, a lot of speech. But you know what? I have only 7 minutes, and I need to do 3 things today. The first of all, it's time for one of our favorite things. What is that? Yeah, we should award the Table Topics Champion of the Night. The winner come, spoke, and surprised us today. And the winner of today, Alexandra Garenko. Congratulations.
Somebody's going to take a picture or what?
Please.
Nobody's taking a picture.
Yeah, well. So someone will be beaten, as you said. Thank you. So we have 6 minutes, and I have 2 things. And the second, I have a question. So the next meetings should be 7th of May. And I have a question. What we will do? Are you going to the meeting, our next meeting, or are you going to barbecue, boring barbecue on the dacha? Relax. So nobody is going to be here to have a fun, no? Okay. Okay. So I was too optimistic. Huh? Yeah, okay. And okay, so I have 5 minutes. I have the last things which no, I have only 3. You can check it. Yeah. So finally, let's not forget about the photo, group photo, and come closer, smile, look like confident. Позови же, Дань. So please.